presentations, very interesting. Mr. Dani Harari is the Senior Vice President of Global Strategy, Innovation, and Business Intelligence at Makhteshim Agan. I invite Dani to talk about differentiation through innovation.
Good afternoon. Just before I start, a short clip of Makhteshim Agan, just to remind us all, or to those who don't know what is Makhteshim Agan about, this short clip.
Food. We enjoy it so much, we sometimes forget just how complicated it is to produce. Did you know it takes months of hard work and effort to grow the vegetables in your salad? Even the milk on your table comes from a cow that eats 7 tons of grains in a single year. In fact,
And in the Dead Sea, as people usually mix us with the ICL, with the chemicals. And Makhteshim Agan is standing in the front line, and we saw here today, and we heard some speakers of the big companies, the big crop protection companies. We are the 7th biggest off-patent and the biggest off-patent, 7th biggest crop protection company in the world. And we are integrating Israeli agriculture, technology, and innovation with a global access. The Israeli ecosystem of innovation. If I take myself as an example, I came to Makhteshim Agan 4 years ago. I came from the army, from IDF. I used to be a brigadier general and chief commander of A200. For those of you who doesn't know, that A200 is the equivalent for the NSA, which is not such a big name today to give. But in Israel, A200 is a big name for innovation, for what we call the foundation, the human foundation for Startup Nation. And I came with the culture of innovation to Makhteshim Agan. Actually, it's not such a usual path of career to come from the high-tech to what we tend to say is a low-tech or a legacy industry. But I found in Makhteshim Agan a group which is amazing, connected to agriculture and chemistry, and but with the DNA of a generic company. And the generic company, as I mentioned, we are the biggest off-patent company in the world, but it's the DNA of usually not innovative. And although we have R&D and we have some innovative development of products, the main issue is the culture. It's the innovation culture which is missing. And so what is our definition of innovation in Makhteshim Agan? It's the culture and work processes to nurture new ideas, creativity, and entrepreneurial spirit, all translated into economic value. Because if it is not translated to economic value, then it might be invention, but it's not an innovation. It's something that a company, a public company or a private company that is looking also on the P&L cannot afford just to have a culture of innovation which has no economic value, something that you can measure and you can come and say, okay, this is what we get at the end of the process. So leading innovation culture change across the group was something which is very difficult. In Makhteshim Agan, we have R&D, a very good R&D department. You need to have an R&D department in an off-patent company because you want to be first to market, and when a patent is off, you want to be there first. So you have to have an R&D. And by the way, you visited yesterday our plant in Neot Chovav, and you see all of our production is based on our R&D. But it is not an R&D for inventing big molecules. And we have also innovative division who care for the product and molecules development, looks at it more from the agronomical aspects. We have a new division in Makhteshim Agan, which is agriculture novel technologies, which try to look at the issue of innovation from the aspects of cultivation and more agriculture and less from the chemical point of view. But all those innovative or innovation functional divisions are not enough in a company like Makhteshim Agan and where we want to be. So we took in our division, which is a very small one, only 2 more people besides me, Nitzan and Yoyada. And we want to go first to all employees of the companies to strive for innovation. Then we try to go to our suppliers and customers, and then to the AgChem market, and then to the world. And here are also some of the corporations, such as we are having now with the trend lines. So what is the innovation program for culture change in Makhteshim Agan? This is a program that during the last 2 years, we had our own, invented our own program of innovation. We read a lot of theories and case studies. We started with a company called SIT, but today most of our models or our workshops are done with the Tel Aviv University, Lahav, and with the Technion. And apparently we came with 3 programs for innovation to change the culture of Makhteshim Agan. The first one was what we call Innovation Challenge, or differentiation through innovation. We went for the subsidiaries, for the selling units of Makhteshim Agan. We have 50 selling units or 50 subsidiaries, talking more than 15 different languages. We take a subsidiary, we take the CEO and the management, and we give them tools and the skills for innovation. But the end of it is not just, okay, we are having fun, because it's a very fun workshop. The end of it, or the target, is a project. It's a project which this group are choosing, something new that face a problem in any kind of your business, your daily life. It can be in marketing, in supply chain, in financing, in your business model, not in chemistry, because we are looking for a very short period of time to see results. And in chemistry, we are in a very highly regulated industry, as you know. So when we see something and we say, go for it, it takes 5 to 10 years, as mentioned here before, until you see. So we don't pick the chemistry. We pick some other issues for innovation. So we picked a few of our subsidiaries, but then the pace of change was not good enough. And plus, we had many people that say in other countries, well, we want to do it as well. So we went to the second program of the Innovation Catalysts. We took 2 or 3 people from each country, from each subsidiary, and in Europe, Americas, and in Asia Pacific, and we were giving them the same workshop. They're coming with projects from their CEOs, and they go back afterwards. Of course, we are, in our division, we are supporting the projects, and eventually we come with dozens of projects that change the life of Makhteshim Agan. But this was not enough. And it is not enough because Makhteshim Agan has 4,500 employees all around the world. By the way, in Israel, it's almost 2,000 of them. Most of them are in production, but others coming from all parts of the company. And usually, they are not exposed to the possibility to bring new ideas. And this is what happens in most of the companies. And here I came with an idea that I got from 8200. I used to go around with my soldiers a lot, and usually at night. And usually the soldiers are coming to and say, you know, I have a great idea. You have to listen to my idea. So I said, well, you have your commanders and you have the hierarchy and you have the work plan. Why your idea is, if it is so good, why isn't it in the work plan? He said, no, there are so many difficulties and my boss and, you know, all their arguments. And I said, when are you having time to work on your project? Yeah, I stay at night and I work on my idea. And, but I never had the chance. So if you hear my idea, then perhaps you will put it in the work plan and so on. So then I put a sort of a VC within the unit without money, and of course, and just to take all the underground ideas out. And it's amazing what this thing can do. By the way, after a few, I just left after 1 year, not because it was a bad idea, but after me, the project just came out and brought some very good and tangible assets to the unit and to the intelligence. But the issue was acknowledgement and self-fulfillment, and that's it. By the way, also in Makhteshim Agan, we don't give money for ideas. We don't give bonuses. We give acknowledgement. We give the feeling that someone can hear you, sometimes very high rank, the corporate board. And if it is a good idea, then it goes to the work plan of Makhteshim Agan, to the global work plan. And sometimes the idea champion can run a project. Sometimes they don't want to run a project. They just come with the ideas and someone else can implement it. So this is innovated. This is the third program. It's about innovation champions, and it brings passion for innovation in Makhteshim Agan. And I'll finish now with a very short movie with one of the, what we call entrepreneurs from inside, that come with an idea, and we took it, and now it's it was last year, but now it's a business in Makhteshim Agan.
My name is Enrico, I'm coming from Italy, and I'm a marketing manager of Holland. Our idea is the Mini Pocket, introducing into the market a new concept